Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Manorless Court, the ancestral home of the overbearing family. My name is Arthur von Schupestri, and I am the German music tutor to the overbearing offspring. Now, I wish to establish at this point that we are here to enjoy ourselves, that you will pay attention to the details, that you will hiss the villains, but most important of all, that you will cheer the sponsors. We have the most beautiful orphan. This is enough orphan. Whenever you see anyone approach the oven to put anything in it, to take anything out, to eat the delicious things made by the Neff oven, you give an enormous cheer. Practice the cheer. Let's hear the cheer now. Now let us just practice the hiss, because we will be needing the hiss. Now, here we have Luigi, the highly volatile. And he has a passione for mushrooms. Italian mushrooms, obviously, but also the English mushrooms, the French mushrooms, and the German. Also, we have Dick Gromore, the Irish gardener. He is marvelous at growing the red tomatoes and the green peppers, but he also has a fondness for the beer. Perhaps, shall we say, the German.
Presto, presto! You useless stretto macaroni, Dio mio, why am I such a useless of Nicopop of Gardener? You dago son of a whore bitch! These days, I'm gonna take care of you. You offend me? I am not the dago! I am Italian! As big as in France. You drink my brandy, you steal my wine, and I don't have enough for my cooking, and you wasted bacon mushrooms! Give it to me
Mary Child Care is a retired nanny to the overbearing children, a woman of impeccable morals. She has been known to chair and adjudicate meetings and even censor the films that we watch. She adores her food and travel, but does she hold the deadly secrets?
Well, nursery has finished their tea, but what with Adam being all tied up in the drawing room where my lady's entertaining, I just had to bring these things down myself.
most careful and have to check what you want. We don't want to up there in Italy. We have a pharmacy where we keep an antidote for the masculine poison. Here in England, the English already know what mushrooms are they're exquisite taste, like wonderful meat, but you need an expert like me, Luigi, you know me,
Oh, spaghetti eating fig. You know nothing about vegetables. Feathering your nest, that's all you're good at.
You dare to call me spaghetti mushroom when mushrooms are my thing? I see you get fired. Without any reference, you're not ever your job and no any other job. You drunken party!
Drunk, Dick? You know we don't put up with such behaviour at Manorless Court. We know how to conduct ourselves.
Loose behaviour? Get back to the nursery where you belong, Mrs. Childlove. Caretaker to this place. Looking after Manorless Court? Huh, don't make me laugh. You couldn't look after a beehive. And promotion from nursery maid to housekeeper. Just how did you manage that?
I'm not only drunk and abusive. You will leave this kitchen. My loyalty to the overbearing family has never been questioned. I was here since before young Master Harry was born. It was I who brought him up. Chef, will you just stop that wee bachelor of the kitchen maid of yours from breaking any more of this china? It's the last of the set that was given to Sir Harry by the staff when he achieved his majority. Hard to believe that was 20 years ago now. What a party we had. Dick, Grover, I told you to leave.
You can't order me about. Shout at the housemaid, but not at me. In the kitchen, chef is boss. And Luigi, he knows which side his ciabatta's buttered.
Sina, she's never here. This girl what she wanted to be.
Behold Scylla Duster, the kitchen maid. As you can see, she has benefited from eating her fish and cream. She is a good girl, and she gives her affections with devotion, but they are unrequited. Young, lovely, and full of hope. What does the future hold for Scylla?
You take too long to scream another pan. I don't know what to do.
Oh, sorry, Chef, I'm finished now.
Oh, scrubbing pans, don't make me laugh. She's been at it again with that no good footman, Adam.
Do I hear right, girl? Have you been carrying on in this establishment? Carrying on? What do you mean? I'm a good girl, I am.
Adam, no look at this sorry bit of flesh. Are you saying that she's put that fish to boil?
Right, chef, right. He never goes off the boil.
Do I hear my name?
Adam Rising is the footman, irresistible to women, and knows it. He is ambitious and knows which hills to climb. And whenever you see him, I think you are right to give him the big kiss.
Guests all left now, have they, Adam?
Showed the last of them out a few minutes ago. Of course, the ladies couldn't keep their eyes off me. Lady Goodbody was certainly admiring my assets all evening. The Duchess of Legless was definitely slipping something more than milk into her tea. And you should have seen the looks that Camilla, parked by bowl, was giving me. A funny look on your face. You've been eating fish again? Oh, and you should have heard what my lady told me about the snooty countess as she left.
You overhear too much, my lad. Guests in this house, staff in this house have closed ears. We know how to conduct ourselves at Manorless Court.
Oh, go on, Adam. What did you hear?
I'm not sure if I can tell you.
Don't be so sly, Adam. Such tittle tattle should not be brought below the stairs.
Okay, shut up.
This actress Samson Whitney probably tried to convince us that England should win the World Cup. Never in Italy, we still eat their mushrooms.
Nothing like that. It's just that Bertie is coming to dinner next week.
Bertie, you dare to call the future King of England Bertie?
We have royal here. At last my genius receive a proper appreciation, yeah?
Yes, I thought you'd like that, Chef. We'll have to have a little chat together sometime over suitable arrangements. Have to get the silver sorted, don't we? And the glasses, of course. You'll want me to do full justice to glory by your food, won't you? After all, it's my stylish presentation that will make all the difference.
I don't discuss the menu as such as
I think you'll find you'll have to, because if you don't, your precious mushrooms will find their way to the floor quicker than you can say, "Arrivederci Roma."
It's me now.
Yay!
Well, you left this behind. Thought I'd bring it down for you.
That's very kind of you, Mr. Conchu Pastry. There's some in this household has a hair for others. Philip will wash them up with the tea things.
Still washing mushrooms, eh? Mushrooms picked with the verdant dew still sparkling on their fertile curves. And your curves are as soft and flowing as the hills on which they grew.
You're such a poet, Mr. Conchu Pastry.
These mushrooms we picked this afternoon, and are thanks not to distract my kitchen staff with your nonsense. No, these are not sorted yet, and you have here Amanita Falloide.
Oh, what a pretty name, Chef. Can you say it again?
Not pretty, most boys and dead come. Put this in a pot, and everyone dies. Carry it over, and we wash our hands very well. Yes? Come on. Hot now.
I say, I never did think it paid to pick things growing wild. Although, what do they say, Dick, but a weed is a flower growing in the wrong place?
What's a gardener for? But to grow vegetables. And mine are the finest organic specimens. Soil Association certified, now free from any unnatural substances and cultivated in a sustainable manner. In particular, the red tomatoes and the green peppers.
Flowers, Dick. Flowers for the garden and flowers for the house. A well-dressed room needs flowers, that's what I've always said. And you raise a pretty flower, Dick, I'll give you that.
And you arranged it so well, Mrs. Childcare. That bowl you did for the drawing room this afternoon, it lifts the place like the sun, all gold and amber.
Chrysanthemums are such serviceable flowers. Very satisfactory in autumn. So you better put those cakes away.
Nah, start folks these are.
Oh, what a pig you are, Dick. Poor Philip here. He's been pounding almonds all day to make these macaroons. You stuff them down you like worms down a cuckoo's nest. That's all you are. A cuckoo in the nest. You should stick to what you're good at. And that's drinking beer. Preferably German beer. Picked from the finest hops, hard by the sunny slopes of Baden-Baden.
Round almonds? You sure that's what they are? I mean, you know what chef is. And if you don't, I can soon tell you.
You eat my precious cake, you don't do something, you drink too much. You may prompt for suggestion, leave my kitchen, more leave my manners court now.
and her men. When she is not wrapped around a Scottish football player, she has been known to show an interest in my lederhosen.
I have rung the bell 3 times.
This is all! After that, Luigi!
You are the guard, yes?
Yes, my lady.
And you have just tried to kill the chef.
But he tried to fire me. He's only a chef. I'm outdoor staff. Only Sir Harry can fire me. And he would never do that because he's grown a little bit too fond of me globe artichokes.
Oh, this is too much after all the exhausting fun of having to entertain neighbours this afternoon, and now this.
Manorless Court has always been famous for its tea parties, my lady.
Well, whatever your name is.
He's Dick Gromore, my lady. He's been here for ages, and his father before him. In fact, there have been Gromores at Manorless Court since time immemorial. Wee bit touched in the head, some of them, but they're very good gardeners.
Well, there'll be no more Gromores at Manorless Court. Their days are over. In Sir Harry's absence, I can dismiss who I like. And I dismiss you, Dick Gromore. Drunk and disorderly, you're a disgrace to the estate. And don't expect a character either.
My lady, perhaps I could have that interview you promised me about the children's chromatic scale.
No, Otto, no, not now. Now, I have something much more important to tell you all. I have to tell you all that the Prince of Wales will be visiting Manorless Court. Since Sir Harry's sudden departure to France, the Prince and I have become very close. And he is to join a house party here. So you see, Chef, we shall require dishes of great refinement. The Prince is a great gourmet.
My lady, but of course I'm already have an idea. One less color, oyster stew with a partridge with a cabbage, perhaps sauté with a mushroom. Trash! I talked with the gamekeeper, looking at me at trash. Can we do 1 liter, slice of bacon toast with a 10 minutes, divine, my lady. It is a divine.
Thrush, Chef. Thrush. Oh, thrush. No, in fact, I have engaged the services of a 3-star chef from London. Well, we have to show the Prince what the overbearing family can do.
You bring the chef from London? You do not allow me to show my genius? My lady, I can do meal better than any other chef. My roasted suckling pig, special for me. It is a sublime!
Sublime.
My lady,
Sublime. No, chef. You cannot possibly cope on your own.
Sheila, she comes along fine. She helped me with ask a lot of bills.
No, I think not. We are to have several dinners, perhaps even a ball. So the chef from Claridge's will be coming, and that is the end to it. What a lot of mushrooms, chef. What are you going to do with them?
Well, I will make ketchup, very good condiment for the kitchen. And I'll make a cream of mushrooms as an entry for my lady dinner. Not too with the round one, such an ordinary, but with the warm, wild one too. The flavor will be exquisite to be followed by the...
No, chef, no. You do go on and on and on like long spaghetti. I'm exhausted. I don't require supper tonight, chef. And tomorrow, Sir Harry's aunt, Mrs. Know-It-All, arrives. But I am rather fond of creamed mushrooms. Perhaps a little on toast or something. Adam here, bring me up a tray.
Just it.
In fact, chef, why not make everybody cream mushrooms on toast?
Whatever my lady say.
After. Perhaps in the morning when I'm a little refreshed, we can discuss the children's education.
I shall be ready, my lady.
Don't get your hopes up, mates. You've got eyes for true quality.
To what do you refer?
Take it that way if you want. It's no skin off my nose when it comes to the ladies. You are German troubadour, and you, fat Latin vegetable. And you, Dick, over there, you peat bog Irish, peat bog gardener. Nothing on me.
No? Yes, and I am as well prepared the nose and cheek of a big water pond, very elegant, and the prince, like I am sure.
Just think, the Prince of Wales coming to visit us here at Manorless Court. Will we be able to see him, do you think?
Of course you will, child. You will take a walk around the garden with my lady, and you will be able to observe him from behind the garden wall without betraying your presence, I'm sure, if that is, you have the time.
I should be serving him and commanding the high staff.
Under Mr. Pantry.
Oh, yes, Mr. Pantry, our revered butler. Shame he missed the announcement of the prince's presence.
Yes, most unfortunate. His mother dying, like that.
Oh, ever so upset he was. He worshipped her, he did. Yeah. Do you think Sir Harry will be back before the Prince of Wales' visit?
It's none of your business, child. Sir Harry will be back when he's ready.
Hey, go for you, chef. Don't think I won't. We Gromos belong to Manorless Court. Ain't no one gonna throw us out. Particularly not her iron mighty maladyship. She'd expect her own shit to roll uphill.
He cannot harm me now. Now I'm going to get her some more than I needed.
And I'm going to practice my arpeggios.
It's time you were clearing the tea things from the drawing room. Get that useless maid Brenda to help you. She'll have finished checking the linen by now. And you, Scylla, you should be started already on that washing up. I should expect to see it all done when I get back.
Oh, what on earth is going to happen now? I've never seen Chef so upset. And as for Adam, well, he hardly even looks at me anymore. It's true, they have to say about him and Lady Overbearing. What can I do about it anyway? And now it's the bloody washing up. I could be a kitchen maid.
Welcome to part 2 of our little mystery. 4 days later. And here is Matilda Know-It-All. Mein Gott, does she know it all. This is the lady who taught us how to fry powdered egg and make mock duck out of stinging nettle.
It weren't no accident, I tell you. Someone must have put that poison whatchamacallit mushroom in with the others. They must have.
But Dr. Maltravers was satisfied that death was due to natural causes.
Yeah, well, that old bag of bones, I wouldn't use it for stock. I wouldn't. I'll tell you, Luigi, he showed us all that poisonous mushroom and he said it was deadly. And then he chucked it in that bucket right there. Looking at that later propaganda, it was gone.
How can you be sure, Scylla? There would have been a lot of garbage in that bucket.
No, there weren't. Honest, there weren't. No, because Luigi, he told me that he only puts the rotten Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I only know that that's what it was. It weren't no natural death, I stay like I
Stop. Now listen very carefully. You are not to mention this to anyone. Do you understand? I will look into the matter, but in the meantime, you are not to talk about it at all. Do you know why?
No.
Why?
You mean that someone must have done it, and if I talk, then he or she will know that we know or that we that we think that they did it. That's what you mean, is it?
You're sharper than you seem. That is exactly what I mean. Now, shush, don't go on again, please. If there is such a person, he or she is dangerous. I will look into the matter, but be careful, they are dangerous.
You mean that he or she might kill me if he or she thinks that that I know that they did it?
Precisely. Run along now, Sinner. That's enough. Run along. Be worrying this woman
I've never in my life known anything like it. What would Harry say? Things were bad enough here before, but now, I've sent him a wire, but that was before I knew what this girl was going to say. Now, if only I can sort things out before Harry comes back. Dear Harry, what a long time we had to wait for his arrival. And what a precious little boy he was. The honour of Manorless Court was safe for another generation. Now, we certainly can't have a family scandal now. Rosalind, I should say, a lady overbearing, is not anyone whose word or loyalty one can trust. I was against that match from the very beginning, and I told Harry so. She will be the ruin of you, my boy, I said. Of course, Mary, I should not be talking to you like this, but you have been such a true and loyal servant to the overbearings for so many, many years. Why, you were there when Harry was born. Now, I can trust you, can't I?
Absolutely, Mrs. Know-it-all. Nothing matters more to me than the honour of the overbearing family and Manorless house. But you can't believe what Zilla says. She's only the kitchen maid. If Dr. Maltravers had any doubt about the cause of death, he'd have said something. Not just signed a death certificate mentioning gastric problems.
Ah, but you forget. Dr. Maltravers is old, and he's unlikely to question anything that would bring scandal to Manorless Court. Now, if only we can stop the noise that silly kitchen maid is making, we can rest easy. As it is, I must go into every point about this tragic death. If I don't, heaven knows who should be talking to next. Now, I must get things absolutely clear in my mind. Adam took up the cream mushrooms on toast to Lady Overbearing, and with it he took a fresh and fruity but surprisingly full bodied glass of delayed the cognac rosé.
I'd say he was devastated, madam. When Adam announced that the prince would be paying us a visit here, Luigi was so excited.
Thought he'd make his fortune, I have no doubt.
At least he'd be able to say his chef to royalty.
Oh, quite. Now, the chef picked the mushrooms, as well as preparing the supper. Right, I must have a few words with Luigi. Go and fetch him, Mary.
What are you doing questioning my stuff, Matilda? You overreach yourself.
And what are you doing up? You know quite well that Dr. Maltravers said you were in a highly nervous state and you must rest.
Did you think that by quizzing the servants it would calm my nerves?
Oh, be reasonable, my dear. You have had a tragic, terrible experience.
Don't you, my dear me? You've never liked me, and I've never liked you. In fact, why don't you just leave Manorless Court now?
I don't think Harry would like that.
Harry. Always Harry. Never any concern to me.
It's all her fault! If she hadn't tempted my poor Adam, then he wouldn't be dead!
What are you talking about, girl? Explain yourself properly.
He was mine, Adam was. I loved him. And then you came along and you started smiling at him and asking him to bring you tea in the drawing room and supper in your bedroom. Everyone knows what you was up to.
It's true. You told me I was everything. That you loved my intelligence, my lederhosen, my body. You took me up to heaven, made me feel like a king, and then dropped me down to Hades. Dropped me for the attentions of a servant.
You're all talking nonsense, as if I would encourage the attentions of a tutor, let alone a servant.
You're lying. You're a witch. If it weren't for you, my Adam would be here right now.
Now stop. Stop at once and explain yourself, my girl.
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? It's obvious. Adam took her supper. And Luigi, the chef, he made hers different. Different stuff in hers, all special. Kept it separate from ours. And Adam took it up, and it wasn't her who ate it. No, it was Adam. He ate it. And then he died in agony. But
I see. Now I begin to understand. Rosalie, is this true?
Take the word of the servant girl before mine.
Oh, be reasonable. If what she says is true, someone is trying to kill you.
Nonsense. Why would anyone want to do that? And what are you doing here? I thought I fired you.
I don't have to go, madam, do I?
Go where?
Last time I saw her, she said I had to go. But you were a Miss Overbearing before you were married. You grew up here. You know that us Gromos, we was here ever since, well, ever since.
Oh, yes. But what do you mean by saying that Lady Overbearing said you had to go?
He was drunk, Mrs. Know-it-all, and he tried to murder the chef. Even you must acknowledge that's a good reason for dismissal without a reference.
But my vegetables need me, and Chef, he needs my vegetables.
This man, he tried to kill me. Why is not gone, eh? Why?
Did you try and kill the chef?
But he insulted me, madam. My blood was up. The Gromo blood is like that. We belong to the soil. We belong to the soil of Manorless. We be honest sons of... We be honest sons of toil.
This man cheats.
You insulted me. I honest as the day long.
I think the days are getting a little bit shorter for you.
I heard Adam asking him for silver. He knows something.
That wasn't what he meant, Dick. Adam meant the table silver, the special items that would be needed when the prince came.
No prince comes now. Not with a murderer at Manorless Court.
Oh no, that cannot be!
You got rid of Adam. You got rid of him. So has he
cannot possibly expect anyone to believe that my lady would have anything to do with murder. No, madam, it's obvious. Dick Gromor poisoned my lady's mushrooms. He wanted revenge because she fired him.
No. Dick hasn't the brains to poison anybody. No. It had to be somebody who had the knowledge and the opportunity. Somebody like...
I no cause no dead, especially not with the poison mushroom.
Sir Harry, thank goodness, will be here very soon. And I am sure that I now can tell you exactly what has happened. But could you?
Ladies and gentlemen, you will have to remain in suspense for a further hour and a quarter. Because we're going through to have supper now, but we shall be coming back here for 10 o'clock. See you later. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank
There's somebody behind me. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Lord Peter Malmsey. I have been engaged by Sir Harry to unravel the truth about the appalling death of Adam Rising, the handsome footman. Let me give you some details about the characters that you've seen tonight. Luigi Pastuccio. Learned to be a chef in Italy. At the age of 19,
Nothing wrong with that.
he was fired for dishonesty and came to England. At some stage, he decided the rewards were better in private service. But along the way, he developed his skills at ripping off his employers. He came to Manorless Court some 4 years ago, having been quietly dropped by his last position, where it was discovered that the servants were eating horse meat instead of the beef that their employer was paying. Recently, however, he got up to his old tricks again. But Adam the footman discovered what he was up to and applied a little blackmail. That was what the talk of silver was all about. Dick Crowmore, who isn't half as daft as he appears, realized something was going on, which was why Luigi was so keen to see him gone from Manorless Court. Mary Childcare has been with the overbearing family since she was a young lass, when, as a very pretty upstairs maid, she caught the eye of Harry's father. The first Lady Overbearing had died giving birth to a daughter, Matilda, later Mrs. Know-it-all. The second Lady Overbearing had been trying to conceive for over 15 years, and she and Sir Oliver were beginning to face the situation that she was barren. When, therefore, Mary Childcare became pregnant by Sir Oliver, the plan was immediately hatched for the child to be Lady Overbearing's. Mary was taken by the Overbearings to a villa outside Nice. Lady Overbearing was settled under an assumed name in Antibes, while Mary was presented as Lady Overbearing. As soon as Harry was born, the Overbearings returned home with Mary in charge of the baby. Nobody in the household would ever know what happened. Mary remained a valued member of the household, grateful and happy to be able to keep a watch over her son and see him in his rightful place. Dick Crowmore.
That's me.
The Crowmores have been at Manorless Court for many generations. Strange, therefore, that Dick affects an Irish accent.
Impersonation of an Irish disco dancer. Mr. Drunk Harvey. Impersonation of an Irish disco dancer. Disco's here.
Who was devastated by being dropped by Adam, but retained a touching faith that he would come back to her, because surely they were meant to be. Adam Rising. Adam came to Manorless Court a little over 6 months ago. Rosalind's eye immediately lit on him. As she was growing tired of her affair with Arthur, the children's tutor, Adam became genuinely fond of Scylla, but couldn't resist being seduced by Rosalind. He was a greedy person in every sense. Greedy for advancement, money, and food. He was also very astute and quickly realized that Luigi had set up deals with local traders to supply inferior goods and to overcharge. He was blackmailing Luigi, initially being careful not to ask more than the man could afford, but saw the arrival of the Prince of Wales as an opportunity to squeeze much, much more Rosalind overbearing. Met Sir Harry during her coming out season. He was greatly attracted to her, as she was an exceedingly seductive debutante. Aware of the passing of time, he proposed. The first 9 years of their union were involved in childbearing, which resulted in 4 overbearing children in the nursery. However, it didn't take long for Rosalind to become bored with her husband. After the birth of her youngest, she determined to have no more children and looked for pleasure outside marriage. Her appetite became increasingly voracious.
Why not to Luigi?
First she took Arthur, the tutor, then Adam, the footman, who saw in the advent of the Prince of Wales a good opportunity for extracting a greater price for his services. Her husband, disgusted with her behaviour, went abroad. A saddened man. Rosalind took advantage of his absence to seduce the Prince of Wales, who responded eagerly to her charms. Arthur von Schuppestring. Not long after university, from a well-bred but penniless family, he took the job as tutor to the overbearing children as something of a stopgap. Falling in love with Lady Overbearing was unexpected, but did much to reconcile him to his position. Whichever one that was. It was a rude shock for Arthur to be ousted by a mere footman. He sees Scylla as someone in the same situation as himself, but as she is only a servant girl, he would never stoop to form an alliance with her. Arthur is a chap of high principles, but very unworldly. Matilda knows all. Matilda remains very much an overbearing. Her husband, James Know-it-all, was a man of unimpeachable standing lieutenant of the county, owner of a large estate. He recognised in Matilda an intelligence to match his own, and theirs was a marriage made in heaven. Sadly, James died of a heart attack a few years ago. Since then, Matilda has given herself over to good works and is greatly respected for all she does.
Bravo!
Her children dread her visits to them, as she will attempt to reorganise their households, their spouses, and their offspring. So, who did it? In case anyone is still confused, what happened was that Adam took upstairs to Rosalind, Lady Overbearing, her supper of creamed mushrooms on toast, which had been specially prepared for her. Someone had added the Amanita phalloides, the death cap. Rosalind hadn't touched the supper, but greedy Adam had eaten it all. Whilst in bed with Lady Overbearing. He subsequently died, a lingering Before he died, he told the distraught Scylla that he had eaten the mushroom supper. No one could have known that Adam would eat Lady Overbearing's supper, but they might have thought that it would be shared if they were aware of the relationship. From what he said during scene 2, it would seem that everyone was aware of the relationship. The murder was therefore aimed at Lady Overbearing and, just possibly, at Adam as well. Let us consider each suspect in turn. First, Luigi. He had both the skill and opportunity. Certainly, he had a grudge against Rosalind. Enough of a grudge to kill her? Unlikely. Of course, he would have liked to have killed Adam, who was threatening his prospects in the Overbearing household. But remove Rosalind, and any possibility of his being able to say he had cooked for the Prince of Wales would have disappeared. No, it was definitely not Luigi. What about Dick Gromore? Who had an out-and-out grudge against Rosalind, rather. Providing him, and knew enough about mushrooms to choose them as a weapon. But would he have had the opportunity? Wouldn't his presence in the kitchen in early evening have been suspect, especially given the afternoon scene? I think we can count out Dick Gromore.
Excuse me!
Arthur von Schuster pastry, someone with a grudge against Rosalind. But enough of a grudge to kill her? Unlikely. He could no doubt have found some excuse for his presence in the kitchen at that odd time, more so than Dick Gromore, certainly. But, critically, he still had lingering hopes that he could rekindle Rosalind's feelings towards him. No, he didn't want to kill her.
Well,
fungus into the creamed mushrooms intended for Rosalind's supper. But Scylla knew Adam well. She knew his greed, his appetite for food as well as physical gratification. She would not have risked Adam sharing his mistress's supper as well as her bed. She would have chosen some other method of dispatching Rosalind. There is obviously no question of Matilda Know-It-All being the murderer. She wasn't there. Which leaves us with Mary Childcare. She would have had the opportunity.
Never liked her.
Not as good as Scylla's, but she was a familiar figure in the kitchen and could easily have rescued the Amanita phalloides, the death cap, from the bucket when the kitchen was empty. As housekeeper, she would have had a little ring by the fire in her room, over which she could have cooked the chopped up mushroom. Then she could conceal a few of the cooked pieces in a small handkerchief, return to the kitchen, and at some stage add them to Luigi's supper for Rosalind. Too easy, while she was on some errand in the kitchen, to distract his attention. Opportunity, yes. Did she have a motive? Yes, she did. Mary's whole life was Manorless Court. She'd given up her child to it. And that child, now Sir Harry Overbearing, was being made miserable by the way his wife was behaving. In Mary's eyes, Rosalind was little better than a whore. And was dragging down the reputation of Manorless Court. And Rosalind was creating chaos with the staff and had driven her poor husband abroad. Not even the fact that Rosalind was bringing royalty to the court could make any difference. In fact, it probably made things worse. The Prince of Wales would only be coming when Sir Harry wasn't there for one reason. No, if Manorless Court was to regain its comfort and ease, Rosalind had to go. And the sudden discovery of a deadly mushroom provided a heaven-sent opportunity, as Mary saw it, to do the deed. It was Mary Childcare who poisoned the mushrooms, and so dispatched Adam from this life. Mary wasn't bothered if Adam died. He was also a pernicious influence in the house through upsetting Scylla.
It's true, I did it. That's Presbyterians for you.
Never mind. They didn't know the ending, I have to say. Everybody has remained in suspense until this point, the audience and the cast. All she cared about passionately was that the cancer eating at the heart of Manorless Court should be removed once and for all. So there you have it, the solution to the mystery. Mary Childcare, you are the murderer. You have admitted it. You were clever, but not quite clever enough. And so I say to you, prepare to face justice and to meet your maker.
Thank you.